Well, let me tell all the maniacs, it's nice to be the general manager and be back in the saddle right here on Impact, brother. You know, I have to thank the Stinger, brother, because there's no way on God's green earth I would have stepped in this ring without you watching my back, brother, without a doubt. And Dixie Carter, thank you so much for the second chance. I really appreciate it. You know, guys, we got a lot of business we need to take care of because Impact is on a fast track, and it feels like the wheels are coming off the train. So we got new ideas. I met with creative today. We got a lot of new segments. There's going to be a lot of new things happening with this company. But the business at hand right now is Lockdown. So the new general manager is going to take care of some Lockdown business right now, brother. So Big Man Morgan and you, Crimson, I'm going to lock you two monsters in a steel cage, and this is officially going to end at Lockdown between you two. Now on to more Lockdown business. Our TNA Knockouts champ, Gail, I've been having a hard time with all the competition here at Impact Wrestling. I can't figure out who the number one contender is. I can't figure out who should be in the ring with you. That's why tonight we're going to have a Knockouts Championship Challenge. And we're going to find out who deserves to be the number one contender and who's going to get in the ring with our champ. And we're going to find out tonight. To move forward with some other business, one of the things I need to handle right now before I go any farther is I need to get Eric Bischoff out here right now. You and I need to talk about something right this minute.
Hey, he ain't here. Hey, he's not here, brother.
What do you mean he's not here, Flair?
You don't tell nobody what to do. You don't tell nobody what to do.
Let me tell you something, Flair.
You don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something.
You ain't telling me nothing.
Because I'm the new general manager here.
Then I want to have Bischoff here.
Well, you better get him here tonight.
I'll get him here.
If you're speaking for Eric Bischoff,
yeah,
you better make sure he's here tonight.
Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff. You're going to end up back in the hospital.
Well, I guess in the mind of the world heavyweight champion, Bobby Roode, he arrives when he wants to. All of a sudden, he's on his own schedule.
You know something, champ? It's nice of you to join us here tonight, and I'm not really getting off on you being fashionably late.
Late? I mean, according to the champ's watch, I'm right on time. You see, Hulk, I kind of do what I want, and how I want. And since I'm out here right now, I just kind of want to put you on notice. You can ask the former general manager how things went when he pushed his authority towards the champ. There is nothing and nobody that will stop me from being the most dominant world heavyweight champion in the history of this company, including you. And if you don't believe the champ, you can even ask Dixie Carter. Isn't that right, Dixie? My only obligation from this point forward is April 15th at Lockdown, when I will walk into the steel cage and humiliate and embarrass and successfully defend my World Heavyweight Championship against the Cowboy, James Storm. So until then, Hulkster, the champ's out of here.
Whoa, Mr. Late Bobby Roode, Impact champion. Maybe you didn't hear, but things are changing around here, brother. Mr. Anderson, come on up here, bro. Come on up here, man. Yeah, come on up. Speaking of what the fans want, everybody here in Impact Wrestling wanted Mr. Anderson, and it's so nice to be back in the ring with you, brother. And talking about what the fans want, brother, the fans want to see you, champ, go head-to-head with Mr. Anderson tonight, brother, and that's happening.
I don't have to do that. I got to defend this. What? Tell him no. No. Tell him no. No.
And that's going down tonight, brother. You and Mr. Anderson.
Screw you, Hogan. Screw you too, Anderson.
You know what? That's what the fans want, and it looks like Mr. Rude doesn't like it very much.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your host, Fearon.
Sit down, shut up, and listen up.
If I had a frosty cold beverage for every time Hulk Hogan said brother during that promo, this would be an even more incoherent show than it already is. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. The new general manager, Hulk Hogan, wasting no time in making his presence seen, felt, heard, probably smelt and even tasted. Who knows? I mean, he is everywhere within TNA. Pretty much every segment. If it wasn't about Hulk Hogan, it was about Garrett Bischoff and the Bischoff family feud that seems to be going on. Can we get Steve Harvey for this? I don't know. Looking at the Facebook feedback, oh my goodness. John is on a tear. Of course, John from the Northeast. He writes Sting and then makes the Z's, of course, referring to snoring. Hogan, same thing. Flair, same thing. Impact Wrestling, is this thing on? Yeah, he's having a little fun with it. Of course, this was preceded earlier in the week. It's a groundbreaking TV. Impact to have wedding angle and introduce Hulk Hogan as new general manager. Two angles which no one has seen before and would most certainly be an absolute ratings getter. After Wrestlemania XXVIII and Raw the next day, why is Impact Wrestling still on? Who does Dixie Carter think she's fooling? What an absolute garbage follow-up to what the WWE showed on a pay-per-view and the show the next night. Weddings, music video premiere, and a general manager brother. He even throws a brother in there as well. Wow. I don't know. The one bright side with TNA is if you can get Hogan out away from the camera long enough, they're actually starting to highlight some of their younger stars. It's not necessarily about Kurt Angle or Jeff Hardy or Bully Ray. I mean, they're helping to kind of support some of the younger guys, like Bobby Roode, James Storm, Magnus, Crimson. I mean, Matt Morgan, he's kind of in that tweener. He's not exactly a veteran, but he's not a rookie either. You know, Robbie E., he's getting some rub from Devon. I mean, they're going to go at it for the TV title. So, at Lockdown. So, that at least, you know, as opposed to WWE, who, you know, say what you will, they're relying a lot on their older stars. I mean, look at the two biggest matchups from WrestleMania. It involved The Rock, The Undertaker, and Triple H. And if you include as the referee, Shawn Michaels. You know, four Attitude Era guys, four guys who are at, if not beyond 40. And they're the ones kind of carrying the show because WWE isn't allowing these younger guys to blossom and become main eventers other than John Cena. So, I don't know. WWE obviously has the better presentation, but when it comes to making new stars, who's better, WWE or TNA? We'll find out about that from you and a little bit more, but first let's go back to the phones. Let's talk to Madman Moose Moretti. Long time no talk. What's going on?
Hey, brother Fearon, how you doing, man?
I saw Madman on there, and I guess Bill couldn't get it all down. I was like, it has to be the one, the only. And I saw during the break there was a text there. Old School was asking about Justin Credible. Apparently he's going to be in town coming up this August. You've got something going on?
August 4th, yeah. UWF's back in town. Just incredible against number one contender, number one contender, Little Guido, and a best out of 3 falls match.
A best 2 out of 3 falls. Okay.
2 out of 3 falls, yes. Best out of 3. It's basically the best out of 3 falls, so you got to win 2 to win the match. So, and I've been down at Monster Factory working with Larry Sharp, wrestling, learning how to protect my neck, and if everything goes well, I'll be stepping in the ring with my ex-partner, Rocco Murder, against the Nigerian Nightmares.
Wow, an in-ring return, that has to be, close to 2 or 3 years in the making. I know it's been a while since you had that neck injury.
Well, this will be 12 years since I stepped into a ring.
12 years. Wow. Okay. Well, I haven't known you that long, so I was just going by as long as I had known you.
I've been doing it for 23 years, and in 12 years I couldn't do it because I got hit by that truck. So, so hopefully now with the surgery and with the doctors okay, to get in the ring and actually work out. That's what I've been doing. I've been at the Monster Factory working out, been at the gym working out, getting ready, and we threw the chain gang back together, and already we got Nigerian Nightmares knocking on my door just to see if they can prove they can knock us off the board because they never could before, So
should be interesting.
I guess they got a game plan, to come after me, because I have an injured neck and see what they can do. But, I don't think that'll happen.
Well, we'll certainly see. There's a lot of time, obviously, about 4 months away from that August 4th.
I have a lot of training to do, 4 months away. A lot of little bit, I got 50 pounds to lose. So, it's going to be a tough comeback, but it's worth it. I've been waiting a long time to do it.
Should be interesting, to say the least. Thanks for chiming in. Don't be a stranger, Madman. I'm closing up against it here.
All right, brother, and we'll get together and we'll talk. I like to use you on the show also, and we'll get together and talk, and we'll do giveaways and all that.
That'll be terrific.
Everybody know we didn't disappear.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Right.
Yeah. We hadn't heard from you in a while. Just it's good to actually hear from you. Good that the rehab and everything from the surgery is going well.
Great. Thanks, Ron. You take it easy, and I will talk to you later.
No problem. Madman Moose Moretti, thank you so much for the call. Wow. Never sure where this show's going to go. But I know one place I'm going to go about 5 weeks from now. Saturday, May 12th, from 1 to 3, George's Cards and Collectibles. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Wow, I'm stoked about this. $25 for a photo and autograph with the $1 Million Man. That's Saturday, May 12th at the New Falls location of George's Cards and Collectibles. Because, as I'm sure you know, they have 2 locations now. The other's on the lower level of the Oxford Valley Mall. But New Falls Road, the original George's Cards and Collectibles, that is where the $1 Million Man will be Saturday, May 12th, 1 to 3. Listen to the show from 12 to 1. Get in your car, drive on down. Listen to me and get ready to meet the $1 Million Man. That's coming up 5 weeks from now, Saturday, May 12th. Courtesy of George's Cards and Collectibles. They do some great stuff over there, I'm telling you. The lines, when John Morrison and Melina and Maurice were here about a month ago, unbelievable. I mean, there's just that much demand. I can only imagine what it's going to be like for a Hall of Famer, and certainly someone I remembered following as a kid, the $1 Million Man. Anyway, Facebook fan page, WBCB Pro Wrestling Weekly. Go ahead and take a look. We've got some interesting, notable WrestleMania and otherwise clips over the course of this past week in wrestling history, and I know there's been some clamoring for it based on April 6th, today in wrestling history, of course, Spring Stampede 97. As soon as the show's over, yes, I will go ahead and put up that infamous Booker T gaffe. And I think most of you know what I'm talking about. Of course, in that four-way match between Harlem Heat, the Giant, and Lex Luger, where the winner got a title shot against Hulk Hogan. Booker T got a little aggressive with his words on live pay-per-view and said something that he shouldn't have. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, something. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it'll be up on the Facebook fan page, WBCB Pro Wrestling Weekly. Also some other historic WrestleMania moments. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, there's a couple. From April 5th, WrestleMania 8, Hogan and Sid Justice. And then from April 4th, 1993, my very first pay-per-view. That's right. That was what converted me to a wrestling fan. And I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, what the hell were you thinking looking at that pay-per-view? WrestleMania 9, Caesar's Palace, Bret Hart and Yokozuna, which somehow ended up with Hogan winning the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Certainly a bit of a head-scratcher, but I don't know. I was 11. I just rolled with it. It's like, all right, sure, yellow and red, cup to the ear, sure. All right, why not? One last time. Go film Mr. Nanny or something. Actually, I forget if that was before or after Mr. Nanny. I don't know. It doesn't matter necessarily. Anyway, some other news and notes. This is a strange show this week. WWE Hall of Famer Chief Jay Strongbow, real name Joseph Scarpa. Unfortunately, he passed away this past Tuesday. He was 83 years old. Shame to see a legend like that go. I was going to say, that's a name from the past that even Bill Melody's familiar with. And I know he's admitted on a couple of occasions, especially with a lot of this new stuff, he doesn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch, but he remembered Chief Jay Strongbow from back in the day. So, I mean, we're going back 45, maybe 50 years, something like that. Definitely a shame. Actually, not a lot of good news this week. I mean, well, I guess with WrestleMania, there was a lot of good news, but as far as just other news and notes, I'm looking here, it almost sounds like, our film at 11, one of the, a typical news broadcast, because it's all, deaths and drug-related things, which I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute with former Tough Enough winner. And I think we got into last week mentioning that there's going to be a third Marine movie, and initially Randy Orton was set to play the title role, but WWE has pulled Randy Orton from the Marine home front due to concerns regarding his military background. Here's the quote from the WWE rep. WWE demonstrated poor judgment in signing Randy Orton for the third installment of the film. Despite Randy's popularity, the fact that he was dishonorably discharged from the U.S. Marine Corps made it inappropriate for him to be cast in this film. Yeah, there were a few members of the military, including some former running buddies of Randy Orton's from when he was in the Marines, who were initially outraged when he was cast for the role and are now relieved and thankful that he has been removed from the role. I don't know. Somebody didn't quite think that one through. And another bit of news, former WWE star and Tough Enough winner Maven Huffman. You remember Maven. He was arrested in Florida on Monday for doctor shopping for a prescription for painkillers. Maven was released on $2,000 bond, faces 5 years in prison if convicted. He was offered rehab assistance by WWE following his arrest for an alleged prescription pill scam. A WWE rep told TMZ.com that someone from the company has already contacted Maven and has offered the help. And WWE is the only entertainment or sports organization that offers its former performers assistance with substance abuse issues. So that's a positive thing. There we go. In case old school was calling up wondering whatever happened to Maven. Well, unfortunately, there you go. And also TNA and Spike TV, they've announced that they've signed a 2-year agreement to extend their television broadcast. So TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling will be on Spike TV until at least early 2014. Let's go ahead and take care of our second bit of business. We'll come back. We'll get to Rat Boy on the other side, and then we'll get some room for you as well. 215-949-3232 or toll free at 888-922-2149. You can also chime in on the Facebook page, WBCB Pro Wrestling Weekly. Go ahead and like us on Facebook, throw your comments on there, and I will, for the most part, gladly, or I should say gladly for the most part, unless perhaps it's Rat Boy, read your Facebook feedback over the airwaves. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.